Yeah.
Call all the deacons up.
Call them up now.
Ask if we linking up.
Ask if we linking up.
What time no sleeping time?
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 Call up the deacons, bro.
Call them up now.
Ask if we linking up.
Ask if we linking up.
What time no sleeping time?
What time no sleeping time?
Wake up the sleeping tribes.
Wake up the sleeping tribe.
Call up the deacons, bro.
Call them up now.
Ask if we linking up.
Now.
What time no sleeping time?
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 Call all the deacons up.
Call them up now.
Ask if we linking up.
What we linking up?
What time no sleeping time?
In a minute now.
Wake up the sleeping tribes.
I said I had to call him up. I made the phone call a Deke like, what's up, is you ready for war? He replied, being ready for war, being ready for a battle with swords. And I respect him cause he fought many wars. I humble down to what the scriptures say and give doubles to the elders that been leading the way. I know it's hard in this walk and they've been walking for years. So when I'm weak in the flesh, they voice attend to my ears. A young man trying to soak the wisdom, gain the knowledge, apply the scriptures. Wrong decisions leave me senseless. Dear Lord, would you give me a chance? We all looking for the code to the gate. We all looking how to...
Identity is according to the Bible. Give me John chapter 8 verse 32. For too long we have been in a lower state and we tired of seeing our people in this condition. When are you going to wake up and make a change? We the only people that's dwelling at the bottom. Read.
The book of John chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
The what?
The truth.
What we are out here with is the truth of this Bible. I just got one question. Where are your Christian pastors at? They have sat here and collected money for years. Where are your Christian pastors at? What are they doing? Read.
And the truth shall make you free.
That's it. Read it again.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Free of mental bondage. Because right now you are not free. You are in captivity as we speak. You are in captivity as we speak. Orange Mound is an old slave plantation when you do the research. According to the history, you still on a plantation right now. But this is what people die for. Give me Luke 14 verse 23 so we can show you why we out here. Hey, what's up, little bro? You got a second? Come holler at me when you get a second, fam. I'm going to show you why we out here. We ain't out here just because we don't got nothing to do. We out here for our people, to show you who you are. Read.
The book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges.
Go out to the what?
The highways and hedges.
We standing on the highways and the hedges right now. It don't say stand in the air-conditioned building and say come as you are and bring me your money. That's not in the Bible. But that's what all the churches do though. Start at the top. Read that again. Listen to what he's saying. Read.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in.
And compel them to come in. That's what we doing. We out here to answer questions for y'all. We ain't out here just talking for our health. We out here for one nation of people. The blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans. Read.
That my house may be filled.
All right, now, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. Again, that's what we out here doing, compelling you to come in. Matter of fact, I don't want that. Go to John 7 and 38. Because what we're going to do first is to let you know that Christ is a black man, according to the scriptures. You have been taught that Christ was an Edomite, according to the scriptures. But when you read the scriptures, that's not what it says. I'm going to read to you what Christ said. Read.
John chapter 7 and verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said.
As what?
As the scripture has said.
Nah, it say he that believeth on me as what grandmama taught us through tradition.
Read it. As the scripture has said.
You got to believe on Christ as it is written in the holy scriptures. That's what Christ said. And what?
And his belly shall flow with rivers of living water.
The only way you're going to get the living waters of this Bible is to first believe on Christ as the scripture says. You have been deceived. Give me that in Revelations. Give me Revelation chapter 16. I'm going to show you why John 7 and 38 is so important. If Christ put it in words that you have to believe on him as the scripture said, it was already understood that somebody was going to come and teach you another Jesus. Now, just give me Revelation. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 11. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. Because like I said, if Christ had to come out and say it to make it clear, it was obvious that somebody was going to come and teach you another image of Christ, which is what we have accepted into our communities, which explains why we in this condition that we in today. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
A what?
Another Jesus.
Another means something different. Hey, bro, can I ask you a question? Hey, who came and taught black people another Jesus? When you look at this sign right here, who is this right here, fam? This Jesus Christ? You don't know who it is? But this is the image that's in your churches, right? All right, who taught you this image? You learned this in slavery because this is in the Bible, this is in the church. Do you see what I'm saying? Listen to this scripture. Start at the top. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 4. For if he that cometh preaches another Jesus.
Another Jesus, a different Jesus. Hey, bro, can I ask you a question, fam? Hey, call me for a minute. Who taught black people a different Jesus? Who taught black people, Native Americans and Indians, who taught us the Jesus that we know today? Where do we learn that at? Do the white people, right? So, in slavery, right? So, what I'm saying is, listen to this scripture to answer your question. Watch this. Come over here out the shade. Come in the shade for a minute.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
He said he. He is who you just said, right? The Edomites or the Caucasians of today. Listen.
Whom we have not preached. Or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received. Or another gospel, which ye have not accepted. Ye might well bear with him.
All right, so Paul said, if he that come and teacheth another Jesus that we have not preached, right? Because after Christ died, the disciples continued on with Christ's ministry, right? So what I'm saying, somebody came after them and taught us another Jesus, right? Hey, check this sign out right here. This is what he was referring to. When you see all the movies, Passion of the Christ, when you go to church, this is who in the churches today, right? You know what I'm saying? This is who our brothers going and get tatted on them, right? This is Caesar Borgia. This is not Christ. So what I'm finna teach you today is who the real Christ is, because he said if he that come and teach you another Jesus, right? So who was the original Jesus? You see what I'm saying? Who was the original Jesus that he felt the need they had to change? Watch this. Give me Revelation 1 and 14.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Like what?
Like wool.
Wool. Hey, bro, who got woolly hair on the earth right now? If somebody said for $1 million, tell me who got woolly hair. We got woolly hair. You got woolly hair. You got woolly hair. Everybody around here that's within the earshot of me got woolly hair, right? But I'm reading you the description of Christ because it's in the Bible. How do all these Christian pastors got the Bible, but they skip this scripture right here? You see what I'm saying? This valuable information. Watch this.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
When we drink wine, or when we get, when we drink wine, our eyes get, you know what I'm saying, red. Christ drunk wine. Christ, they call him a wine bibber, but Christ drunk wine. That was the prophecy. Check it out.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
I'm gonna ask you, what color is brass, bro? Either one of y'all. What color is brass? Somebody say brass knuckles or whatever. What color is it?
Green.
Brass. Brass.
Oh.
Not grass, brass. What color is brass? Like a brownish color, right? So I'm saying, he said his feet as if fine brass, so his feet gonna match his face, right? If you had some flip-flops on, it's gonna be the same color as your shoulders and everything else, right? So he said his feet like fine brass. Do this man right here got brass on him anywhere? No, he pale as hell. You see what I'm saying? But this the real image of Christ. This going back to what we just read that said, if he that teach you another Jesus. You see what I'm saying? This the other Jesus that they talking about. We going to the original Jesus. Read, pick up where you was at.
As if they were burned in a furnace.
All right, when you put anything in a furnace, what's gonna happen? If you put that paper in the furnace, what's gonna happen? It's gonna burn. So if you put brass into a furnace, what? It's gonna get dark. So Christ was very dark. He was a heavenly melanated man. That's right. You see what I'm saying? So where did this come from? Where did this come from? And what? Nah, that ain't this. We just reading that this another Jesus. What we was talking about. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm showing you is that.
He think you pointing at the one at the top.
Oh, nah, okay. Nah, finish that up.
His voice as the sound of many waters.
He spoke with power. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nowhere close to Christ. That's why we got a mic. Christ taught 5,000 with no microphone. You see what I'm saying? Now let me show you something. How when you said that the Caucasians taught us this in slavery, what method did they have to gather up so many Negroes? How was they able to teach us this? Do you see what I'm saying? How did they get in possession of us? How did that happen? I'm gonna ask you this then, just simple history. How did black people get to the landmass of America today? How did black people get over here? They brought us, right? And what method of transportation? On a boat, right? All right, check this out. I'm gonna show you something. Did you know that was in the scriptures? You knew that was in the Bible? Yeah, I'm gonna show you something. Read, where you at? Deuteronomy 28. Check this out. This is something that they'll tell you in history, but they don't tell you the history before that. They just started in slavery. You was a slave, you came on a boat, be happy that you're here, get a job, and have a good life. That's how they teach you, right? But it was a reason why you went into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Why do the Christian pastors, this the same Bible that your pastor got, why did he overlook these scriptures? Do you see what I'm saying? Watch this, read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hey, when you look up the definition of the word Egypt, Egypt means bondage. Hey, give me Exodus 4 and 20. Egypt means it's synonymous with bondage in the Bible. Do you see what I'm saying? Egypt is not what you thinking as in ancient Egypt. 4 and 20. 4 and 20. 4 and 20. Nah, 4 and 20. Give me Exodus chapter 4, verse 20. My bad. Exodus 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of where?
Out of the land of Egypt. Out of the house of bondage.
All right, so what do bondage mean? What's bondage?
That means that's a bond y'all got. That's just
Bondage is captivity. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Oppression. You know what I'm saying? Like slavery. That's another word. That's what bondage means. Yeah, so he said, I'm going to bring you, I took you out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. If you know the story of the scriptures, Moses told Pharaoh what? Let my people go. Everybody know that story. That's what he said. And Moses said, let my people go. Let them go from what? Let them go from slavery. Yeah, we was over there slaves in Egypt. So, okay, now you see what I'm saying? Egypt for the Israelites is synonymous with bondage. All right, check this out. This is another reference to what Egypt is. Read. Give me this Deuteronomy 4 and 20. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 20.
Come on, let me, fam.
But the Lord.
Hey, fam, come on a second. Let these little brothers hear this. I'm showing them one thing. What all of us need to know. Hey, I'm showing them who Jesus Christ is according to the scriptures. Hey, let me ask, can I ask them a question? Hey, what's up, man? Come here. Who is this? Who is this right here? You can help him out. Who is this? Who is that? Who?
Jesus.
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? That's what we out here showing. This not Christ. You see what I'm saying? Hey, finish that over where you was at.
But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace.
Out of the what?
Iron furnace.
All right.
Even out of Egypt.
Out of Egypt. Egypt was in slavery. So go back. Hey, what I was showing the brother is this is not Christ. This is the biblical image of Jesus Christ. It's in the Bible, because everybody tell you what, we don't know how Christ looked. Have you heard people say that before? Right, they say we don't know how Christ looked, but how does he know that this is Christ? So somebody taught him that. Every movie that we watch, every TV show, they put this up. Do you see what I'm saying? But, all right, go ahead. All right, bro, check that out. Hey, but the image of Christ is written in the scriptures. So your pastor sit up here and teach you out the Bible, but he skip over this part. Why? This is the last book of the Bible. Do you see what I'm saying? All right, but I'm going to ask you this. How did black people get to America? That's what I was explaining to the brother right here. How did we get here? How did black people and Indians and Mexicans, how did everybody get over here to this land of America? Was we born here? Was we born here?
And if you be told, like, I'm gonna learn. I'm listening.
You learning? Yeah.
I ain't hear the
answer. All right, but see, look, in history, they teach you about what? Slavery, right? Slavery, they say that you came from where? Black people are slaves that came from where? Africa. And what method of transportation? Ships. All right, so this is what I was explaining to my brother over here. All right, check this out. Read. So you heard, I don't know, did you catch what he was saying? He said that out of the land of Egypt, the iron furnace was telling you that you was in captivity in Egypt. That's what we was reading when you first walked up. But this is the original what we was going to. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
Out of bondage.
again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
What you just say? Ships. This in the Bible. This the Holy Bible that all the Christian pastors got. Christianity pastors, my bad. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So he said the same way that I told you that this finna go down, this is going down. Now this is prophesied thousands of years before this happened. You see what I'm saying? The transatlantic slave trade happened in 1619. You see what I'm saying? This was written centuries before that. So you see what I'm saying? Moses giving them, he's prophesying to them about what's going to happen to you. You see what I'm saying? Just like we say, hey, when you go around that corner, it's going to be $100 on the street. I'm telling you what's happening. It's going to happen. All right, read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
You will never see your homeland no more again, which is, they taught you that your homeland was Africa, but Jerusalem is your homeland. You see what I'm saying? Jerusalem is where the Israelites are from. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Shall be what?
Shall be sold unto your enemies.
All right, so what happened to the slaves after we got to the landmass of America? What happened when you got off the boat? You was putting on an auction block. They will auction you according to what? Like he a tall guy. I give you starting bid $50 for him. Like he a young buck. We'll start at $25 for him. Then they was bidding for you. Slaves was big money. You see what I'm saying? Where we at? We got a street right here down. You from Memphis? It's a street right down here, like going by the Bass Pro Shop called what? Auction Street. So who you think was getting auctioned off that street? Us. This was one of the biggest slave ports in the South. Due to the Mississippi River, they could just bring ships of slaves here and sell them off. You see what I'm saying? Hold this up, bro. Check this out. All right, read that last part again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sold unto your enemies. All right? Check it out. Come up. Come up here. You see this? Hey, you see this? You see what he doing? He bidding them. Know what I'm saying? This is what they did to us. This your history. They putting them up. They did it based off whatever, his height, weight. Yeah, like all right, he can reproduce some good slaves. Yeah, so he expensive. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna take an enemy to buy a man. It'll take an enemy to buy a man and be like, yeah, I'm gonna breed him and I'm gonna breed him. You see what I'm saying? Read.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave man and slave woman. All right.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall be able to redeem you or to save you. You see what I'm saying? Martin Luther King has not been able to save us. Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Huey Newton, whoever you look up in the history books have not been able to save us from this. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. What we're doing is letting our people know today. Go to Revelation, because he had missed it. Go to Revelation 1. That's what we're showing our people, and I'm showing these young brothers who they are. That's why we out here, to teach our people. Every time we ask them, what's your nationality? We never get a solid answer or a same answer, because we don't know. You see what I'm saying? First, give me Isaiah 1 and 3. I'm gonna show you that it's all prophecy, and then I'm just showing you the image of Christ. That's why I originally told you to come over. So now you see that the slave ships is in the Holy Bible. Have you ever heard that scripture? That we just read about the slave ships?
I was raised in church. I was born in church.
Yeah. So have you heard that scripture before?
I didn't think it all bad.
Hey, I was raised in church. They never read that one. They never read that scripture.
I'm from a Christian home.
Me too. All of us were. Him. All of us were. We grew up in Christianity, but guess what? It's a lie. Christianity not real. It's a big lie. Because this the image right here that's in Christianity.
It's not the lie. It's like the knowledge that they give. Like it's what you take from it. Like, so I know that everything
about getting your understanding. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? talking about history of where we from.
Right. So alright, so in the Bible, what's your nationality?
I'm an African American.
Alright, you African American, right? So when you do the history and you do the research, Africa was named after who? Because Africa not in the Bible. So what was the land mass of Africa called in the scriptures?
I don't know what was it.
It was called the land of Ham. You see what I'm saying? So that's a Hamite. So Africa was named after Scipios Africanus. He was a war general that conquered Africa, and America was named after Amerigos Vespucci. You see what I'm saying? So there's 2 European men that named the landmass after them, and then you call yourself an African American. What was your ancestors before Africa was named and before America was named? What was your ancestors calling themselves before that? I don't know. I'm gonna show you. That's in the Bible though. Read Isaiah 1 and 3. Read
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know.
Who?
But Israel does not know.
It's Bible prophecy that the Israelites in the last day are not gonna know who they are. Not gonna know our lineage. You see what I'm saying? All right, now go to Revelation 1 and 14, because all the thing what I'm showing you is all history. The thing is, if this is not Christ, this is what's in the church. If this is not Christ, but this is Christ, right? So that means that if he black, that means what? His mama black, his daddy black, his brothers and sisters had to be black. So where those people at? When Christ died on the cross, did the family die with him? They didn't die. They didn't kill the family. So they kept generating. You see what I'm saying? So that means that he got a lineage of people still here on this earth. But I just read to you that Israel, it said in the last day, Israel won't know. All of these people out here is what you'll call the walking dead. Because we don't know who he is. But watch this. I'm going to read you what Christ looked like out the Bible, not what I'm telling you. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Who got woolly hair, bro? Black people. He got woolly hair. He got woolly hair. Everybody around here. You see what I'm saying? So this strike one right here. He got straight German Shepherd hair. You know what I'm saying? Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Unto what?
Unto fine brass.
Hey, little bro, what's your name? Who? The Lavarius? Varius? Alright, I'm Zafon. So I'm gonna ask you, hey, what color is brass, fam? Somebody say you got some brass knuckles. What color is brass? Or a brass door handle? What color is brass? You know? Huh? You're exactly right. It's brown. So read this. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So it's talking about the feet of Christ. He got woolly hair, brass feet. Alright?
As if they burned in a furnace.
In a what?
In a furnace.
Like we said, I was teaching the brother earlier. Anything that you put in a furnace, Varius, what's going to happen when you put it in there? What's going to happen when you put anything in? You know what a furnace is? It's like a big oven. Yeah, it's like a big oven or something, like a big pit of fire. When you put something in there, what's going to happen? I will say this. If you go sit at the swimming pool too long, what's going to happen to you? What everybody say? Boy, you getting dog, you must been outside. You see what I'm saying? So if you go sit in a furnace, what's going to happen? You're going to be real dark. So that's what John described in the image of Christ. You see what I'm saying? Read the last part again.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
See what I'm saying? So, hey, give me Daniel 10 and 6. So you see what I'm saying? Christ had dark skin, and he had woolly hair. So you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you to be like. They should trigger something to see first that we've been lied to. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who he is, but today you learning that you're an Israelite. Because if you say you read the Bible, what did they say that Christ was what? He was a Jew, right? All right. So matter of fact, give me that in Jeremiah. Give me Jeremiah 14. They tell you that Christ was a Jew from what? The tribe of Judah. All right.
I don't study like Israelite, I don't know any religion. Like,
it's not religion.
Right. Instead of, we studying, Rastafari, like, it's like, I think that I seen the picture, of Jesus, his mother. They just like, we look at her, that man.
All right.
I don't think, structure of his mother, you feel me?
Who told you that was his mother?
It was in a Rastafarian history.
In a Rastafarian history.
Right.
All right.
Rastafarian is basically.
I know what you mean.
It's point blank period, like, you know, just like you showing me this, like, you know, I done seen other things elsewhere to, you know, let me know furthermore that, you know, it's not worth.
Yeah, it's a lot out here. But the thing is, anything that you read or study, the scriptures say that you got to prove it. You see what I'm saying? Hey, read that. I'm going to show you first about the Jews, and then I'm going to read it. Go ahead, read.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth.
Who?
Judah mourneth.
Jew is only a short word for Jew. When you look at this sign right here, first people that you see right here on this sign is tribe of Judah. So when people say that they are Jews, they only saying that they from the tribe of Judah. You see what I'm saying? The Israeli people that's over there in Israel call themselves what? Do they say that they Jews? They say that I'm Jewish. Like your hat is like kind of red, but it's reddish. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they saying. I'm not quite a Jew. I'm just kind of pertaining to the real Jews. So who the real Jews? Watch this. Read.
And the gates thereof languish. They are black.
They are pale.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black unto the ground. And the city, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
So this is Jeremiah prophesying. He said that the Jews are black unto the ground. The deeper that we dig into this, ground, the darker the soil gonna get, right? That's why he said the Most High made Adam from the dust of the ground. You see what I'm saying? Now back to what you were saying about a Rastafarian. Read that. Give me Ecclesiastes 12. Give me that Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Because whatever we study, we got to be able to bag it up through proof.
This one thing I got to get you to understand, and like what I seen, like, you know, the moral of my story was what I seen throughout me studying, you know, all different religions, every religion, even Muslims, Rastafarians, you know, whatever. You know, when they up here, they got their books, Quran, or whatever they got.
Right.
They got a Bible beside it.
Right, I know. All right, so I'm going to ask you this. You're right. So, you know, why? Because, you know what? This the only true book, bro. Everybody, what it is, everybody took the Bible and put a spin on it. You see what I'm saying? Because when you say Quran, what do Quran mean?
I don't know.
Quran, it means to recite.
Right.
All they did is they recite the scriptures.
From the Bible.
Yeah, because the thing, when you realize the truth of what this Bible is, it'll make you want to have to put a twist on it. Do you see what I'm saying? This Bible for one group of people. Read what you got.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books.
Many books.
There is no end. And much study is a weariness of the flesh.
This King Solomon speaking. So he said much studying gonna bring a weariness of your flesh. You see what I'm saying? Because we like, I read this book, I read that book, I read. Then you be like, I don't know what to believe. All of it fake. Hey, we done been there, bro. When we first woke up from Christianity, we was the same way. We was out groping. But there was a curse. I'm gonna show you that. Read the next part.
Verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So this Solomon said, after he studied many books and he brought weariness of the flesh, he said, I'm going to tell you what it all boiled down to. He said, this is the conclusion of the whole matter. What?
Fear God and keep his commandment.
And do what?
For this, fear God and keep his commandment.
Solomon said, when it all boiled down, fear the Lord and keep his commandment.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.